So Run with Grace started the year after Grace died, and I wanted to do something to remember Grace and honor her. And it was extremely important to me that people remember who she was and what she stood for, and remember her as this incredible, wonderful, kind-hearted, sweet girl, and not just a girl that took her life. She loved all these outdoor activities and different things in music and art. And you know, she was lucky in the sense that we allowed her to do whatever she wanted and, you know, encouraged her to do those things that she was passionate about, but not all kids have that. Just kind of kept evolving from just honoring the memory of this incredible girl and then helping others. And then this third component, Champions of Change, just came in place this year. And it feels so right to add this third piece, which is education.
So when I first came to Champions of Change, I was expecting everyone to be a little bit timid and not very open about this subject because it is such a serious topic that a lot of people don't talk about it.
When I came for the first time, I didn't really know what I was expecting, just because it's not a topic a lot of people like to talk about around our age.
For me, it was a little bit nervous, but it was a good nervous.
I was expecting some awkward silences, definitely, because it's a bunch of kids that aren't really super close with each other coming together, and so that could be kind of awkward sometimes, you know, not knowing someone and having to talk about personal things.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
When we got here, everyone was so open and shared all their ideas.
Yeah, it was a relief because everyone had the exact same thoughts and we all felt the exact same about it.
It was cool to see how everyone kind of felt the same about it, and everyone built off each other, and it was a nice feeling knowing that you're not alone in it.
Once the door opened to the conversation of mental health, everyone had so much to say and so many ideas and things they think should be different, things they think should change. And so it was really interesting and exciting to see how much everyone just wanted to be a part of the conversation.
I think it's important that we are doing Champions of Change with our youth because not enough is being done, and it is just an epidemic. It's a huge problem. I'm super excited about it because this is where we need to go. We need to help our youth. We need to help them. We need to give them, you know, opportunities to talk about what's happening so it's not this big taboo thing. And we need to see what they think needs to be done instead of just telling them what we think. So any adult can nominate a kid for a scholarship, and you can do that on our website, Run with Grace. And it's just a very simple process. It's usually teachers and coaches, but really any adult can nominate any kid. The only two criteria is that they are exceptionally kind and they have a financial need. The money that we make from Run with Grace, which is mostly through donations and sponsors, and that money goes to kids that can't afford to go to either summer camps or just any kind of enrichment program. It can be during the school year. You know, if a kid wants to take ballet lessons and they can't afford it, if they want to do a sports camp and they can't afford it. And then lots of kids don't have a lot going on in the summer. And so, I mean, we had kids do these adventure camps and awesome things last summer, and they said it was like the best week of their life.
The scholarships, with all these sponsors that have helped us out, I think we're gonna have at least probably be able to send 40 kids, maybe 50 kids to camps of their choice, which that to me is still really, really important.
So this year we have more sponsors than ever. We have 40 sponsors, all local organizations, businesses, companies that are helping us to make this happen. We have a new title sponsor this year, West Family Foundation and D.A. Davidson, our two main sponsors. We are so appreciative. We couldn't do this without them. And this is the first year that we've had businesses approach us and say, you know, we've been touched by this. We want to be a part of this. How can we help? Our sponsors are everything, and we're just so appreciative.
It's important to me to be a champion of change because everybody has a different story, and you never know like what somebody's going through.
I think being a champion of change is important because you kind of are just like a leader, and you really just show how to like help other people out with whatever they're going through.
So I think it's important to be a champion of change because that way you can help other people and possibly prevent other people from either taking their life or just going through things that are very difficult for them.
It's important to me to be a champion of change because mental health is something that I care a lot about, and being a part of this conversation, it can change people's lives. And so I'm just so grateful to be here.
I feel like being a champion of change is super important because, like we've talked about, there's not many groups where we have this platform to talk about this stuff. And so I think that if we continue doing Champions of Change and maybe more groups grow from this, like people will begin to realize like we should talk about this, and it's something that doesn't have to be weird or like a cry for help or being like something that's dramatic, like it's real, and that it should just be something that's normal.
Run with Grace and mental illness are really important topics for me because my sister did die of suicide, and so coming from that standpoint, it really matters a lot to me that people are aware of the battles that others are going through, and Run with Grace and Champions of Change are amazing ways that that awareness can be spread about mental illness and ways that people can feel comfortable and reach out if they are struggling.